Alright, today was really good. I'm very happy with today, mainly because I'm finally properly dialed in again. So, over the past week, I've been struggling with consistency. I developed the habit of watching too many movies, and I kind of, I just was, I don't know, addicted to watching too many movies and stuff. Uh, but no, today was the first day where I was actually just going all day, just doing this pretty much all day, pretty much almost no distractions, and I'm very happy with today. And the main thing is just because I got two outreach replies, as I said yesterday, and I basically had to write hooks and stuff like that and YouTube ideas. So basically, there was no more time to waste. I had to finally get back to it, like properly. And I really noticed that I learned the fastest by far by actually having, like, by just throwing myself into the deep water, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, it's weird because I don't usually work well under pressure. Pressure is not very good for me. But I don't know how to describe this, but this sort of pressure actually makes me more productive and actually gets me uh, learning things faster. Because I really have to figure out a lot, pretty much everything on the fly. I just have to improvise and I have to figure things out extremely fast. And I'm just forced to solve a problem that I've not solved before really quickly. And I do that way more effectively if I have to do it actually for like if there are actually stakes involved and it's not just random practice, but in this case it's like potentially getting a client. So there are the stakes. So you want to do a good job. So yeah, it was just like I want I don't know, it's how do I explain it? When you have a specific goal in mind, like this is exactly what I want to do, it's easier to get there. Like if you start with the end goal, if it's very specific. Like usually it's like, okay, I want to watch this how to write YouTube script guide and just go along with it and just practice. But now it's like, okay, you have to write a specific YouTube script for this specific task, for this specific topic, and you have to do it as fast as you can, not just kind of half-ass it and stuff like that and just try it for the sake of trying it. No, you have to really do a good job here. That just raises the stakes and raises the stuff that I have to do, because now I just can't just, write down what comes into my mind. I actually have to do background research, market research, and I have to do all this sort of stuff before I even could get to writing the script, and this was all stuff that I had to figure out on the fly. I mean, I've done market research in the past plenty of times, but like there's still like new way like I discovered, or Gulfam actually recommended this app Next Left, so I had to learn that because it's very good for this sort of stuff, for scraping YouTube comments, scraping YouTube data. It's extremely good for that. I'm extremely impressed with that application, and that's the new way of market research, I guess. Aside from Claude, Claude still does the market research, but it's supplemented by this extension, this Chrome extension. So yeah, I just had to figure all of that out on the fly over the past 2 days, and then I had to write these scripts, or rather these hooks only. But I had to find ideas, then I had to validate the ideas. Do these ideas even make sense for his audience? And I had to do a lot more thorough. Like I had to be a lot more thorough than I would be if I just practiced. So that's what I mean. Like if I really have to deep dive into something and think about something deeply, and if there's like a time limit, like I have to get this out there as soon as possible, it just really raises the bar and makes me work much better. I don't know. I just learn more in a shorter amount of time. So yeah, this was really cool. I sent the hooks out yesterday for one guy. I didn't get a response yet. I mean, again, I don't know if I'm gonna get a response. I'm not really expecting anything, honestly. But yeah, it would be cool. But at the same time, it's not like, oh well, he must respond to me or whatever. It's not. I don't have that thing in my head where I'm like I'm expecting much. So I'm fine if he doesn't respond. And if he does, I'm gonna be happy. And now, like 5 minutes ago, I sent the second set of hooks to the other guy. Worked on it yesterday, worked on it today. Took me quite a bit to refine it more, and just I wanted to validate it again. Like all these hooks, everything that I wrote, all the ideas, I had to validate it. Had to validate them again just to make sure that they actually fit his audience, make sense for his audience, and that's kind of that. One thing that really pissed me off yesterday was that really annoys me. So basically, I was writing the hooks yesterday, so I didn't. In yesterday was the group coaching call with Anam. and these are gold, you know, every call with Venom is gold. And I basically fired up my laptop in the other room and just had my laptop in the I was just in the Discord on my laptop and just had Loom running and record the entire call. It was 3.5 hours and there was so much good stuff in there. You know, I would just tune in every now and then, you know, every, I don't know, half hour I would just check in for a few minutes, and I could tell there was a lot of really, really good stuff being discussed and shown by Anna. And then I stopped record, and then fucking Loom didn't record any sound. So now I have 3.5 hours of silence. Amazing. Thank you, Loom, for being retarded as always. I hate Loom. Like, I don't hate it, but it's just so lazy, man. It's just pissing me off, dude. It's just really, really lazy. Like, the user interface, the structure, it's just so bad, man. Like, it's clunky, it's laggy, it's not smooth. Simply moving a file into a folder sometimes doesn't work. And yeah, the folder structure is also fucking bare bones. The way to organize your files is so bare bones. It's all so bare bones. The editor is so bad. You know, it's so... Yeah, it's just so basic. You can't edit videos at all. Like, you can split clips and move them slightly around. It's really, really just bad, man. It's so lazy, bro. Like, these guys are so lazy. It's really pissing me off, man. I'm not a big fan of Loom. Unfortunately, it's like the #1 software for recording. Is there another... There must be another software like Loom, right? The thing is, you need Loom because it's the most trusted thing. Like, if you send a Loom, business people know what Loom is. If you send them a different link, I highly doubt that people will be clicking on it as much as on a Loom video, because, you know, Loom's the #1 platform for this sort of stuff. So, yeah, well, you gotta stick with Loom, you know? Well, it is what it is. You know, maybe in 10 years they will actually have a decent user interface, who knows? But right now I'm not a big Loom fan, and this really pissed me off because there was so much good stuff in there. A funnel breakdown, middle of funnel content that really, really annoys me. So that I missed that, because I just, you know, I just know that it was talked about, but I wasn't there because I was in the other room writing the hooks, and I was like, yeah, I can just rewatch this, you know. And I was really curious. I love this stuff, man. I want to learn about it, and then I can't learn about it because it didn't have the sound recorded. That really annoys me, man. Oh, bro. I don't know what went wrong there. I have no idea. But it is what it is. Can't change it now. You know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? But I will just keep offering these YouTube scripts to people, keep hoping that I will get a reply, and that is it. And I will actually try to get better at copy now. You know, because I've been doing all of this stuff on the side except to actually learn how to get good at copy, and I've been trying to get AI to write good copy and shit like that just to get that stuff out of... I don't have to do it. You know? I don't know, man, but I've had this at my previous job where I always had this imposter syndrome where I actually wouldn't really know what I was doing, and I was just hoping people wouldn't really ask me. I was just really routine, and I kind of knew you know, I was just routined, but I didn't understand, like, the theory of what I was doing. Like, I didn't understand the actual purpose of what I was doing. I was just going through the motions, just doing what we were always doing there, without really questioning why we did what we did. And that's kind of, like, similar here now in copy. Like, I'm way more dedicated here to learning and understanding what I do. But in terms of actually practicing copy, I've been avoiding that for a long time now, you know? And now I've started writing some hooks by hand again, and they're just really mediocre. They're not terrible, but they're just really mid, man, you know? They're just not good, not bad, they're just okay. And I don't want them to be really good, because I have to be able to judge copy properly. And yeah, I need more practice, I need more experience for that, you know? I tried to build a Claude skill today that kind of rates me and gives me reviews and stuff like that. And then, and it always gave me like a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. The best I got was a 7.5 out of 10, but oftentimes it will also give me a 4 out of 10. And I'm like, man, like, am I this bad? And then I gave Claude some YouTube intros, transcripts from people who were like from a professional YouTube script writer, and it gave him a 4 out of 10. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, like, Claude is just, I don't know what Claude's review framework, like, I don't know what kind of expectations Claude has here. But yeah, I don't know. And then I did that with multiple different people who are really good at writing YouTube scripts, and all of them got like a 3 out of 10 or a 5 out of 10. So I'm like, okay, Claude, whatever you're reviewing here, I don't know what your expectations are, but these people know what they're doing and they're getting good results, and you're saying it's garbage. So obviously, yeah, I can't really trust Claude after that. So yeah, whatever. Uh, I have a decent understanding of copywriting, but I want to get a lot better. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about here, and that's it. But yeah, I just want to make things happen quickly. At the same time, I'm already at peace with the fact that if I have to go back to work in May, so be it. I'm not gonna stress myself out anymore. If that should happen, it's fine. If it doesn't happen, if I can make this work before that, that's fine. But again, like, I'm gonna make this work regardless, and I will be out of that job within a couple of months, you know? It's not gonna take me till the end of the year, no fucking way, you know? I always think like a year ahead, and now I think like at the end of the year, where am I gonna be? Which is a good way of thinking, because it's good to think ahead, it's good to have, you know, patience, but at the same time, like, I also don't want to use it as a cop out, like, okay, well, I'll give myself another year. No, man, I want to make this happen fast. You know? Preferably before I have to go back to work, before May. If that happens, whatever, it's fine. Uh, I just don't want to stress myself. I just don't want to have that stress, that bad stress, that negative stress that's just making me unproductive. That's what I want to avoid. So I'm just going to accept it. Okay, if I have to go back to my job, it's fine. Because it is. It's not a bad job. And if I go back to my old place, if they let me back in, then, yeah, there's really nothing bad about it. It was a great, I love the people there. I really do. At the same time, there's actually going to be a get-together on Friday, so 2 days from now. And I've been going back and forth if I should go or if I shouldn't go. I really want to go, but at the same time, I'm just sick and tired of people asking me, how is it going with that, what you're doing, David? Made any money yet? No? Ah, haha, So that fucking shit pisses me off. So that's the reason why I'm not going. Especially because of one of my previous co-workers who's just always like, he's just like holding you accountable for stuff that he doesn't have to hold you accountable for. Like, like he's gonna be like, but David, really, like, what's the plan, man? Like, like, what's the plan? It's insinuating that I'm doing something wrong or that I'm wasting my time, or just like getting more like, giving me the feeling that I have to justify what I'm doing to him. I don't. Because at the end of the day, he should ask me what I'm doing so I can teach him to do the same. Like that's what he should ask me to teach him at the end of the day. Not right now, because again, I haven't proven nothing yet, no results yet, obviously. So why the hell would he ask me right now? He's already skeptical as it is about this whole thing. But ultimately, I know I'm gonna make it, and when I do, it would be very wise of him to ask me what the hell I'm doing, because he wants to make more money himself. And if I can make significantly more money than him, which I will, then he should better ask me what the hell I'm doing. Because I would teach him everything that I would know for free. I don't care. Well, maybe I would make him pay me like $50 a month for 100 just to have him be bought in. Because that's what I've noticed with people. If you give them free stuff, they don't appreciate it. They don't take it seriously. They don't value it. If they don't have to, invest something, then they're not bought in properly. I would teach him for free, but $50 a month is nothing. That's how much I pay Anam, which is nothing. Like, it's ridiculous how the kind of coaching that I'm getting for how little I'm paying, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So that's the plan anyway. But yeah, that's all I got to say for today, and that's it, man. And yeah, bye bye.